I'd love to share a little bit about my life before I start a little more about unschooling. I live in India. As a child, I spent my childhood in many different cities all over the country, and that gave me the opportunity to go to many schools. As a child, I always questioned why I was going to school and what I was actually learning in school. And I also realized that actually I was more excited about spending time outside school when I was traveling, when I was doing interesting things in nature, when I was with my grandparents. And it really made me question why I was spending so much time, so many hours a day in school. But I was also very fortunate that my parents never put pressure on me to do very well in school or excel in school. And so, as every child was growing up, I also ended up passing all my exams. But I always had this feeling that I was a very mediocre human being because I had been told that you just managed to pass your exams by hook or crook and you're lucky. And it really made me question why I was doing this day in, day out for 12 years. And then I also enjoyed being outside school so much more. So, when I got married and I met my husband, both me and my husband had decided that we would actually never send our kids to school. And that's where our unschooling journey began. Unschooling is actually something that I realized when I actually started thinking about my own schooling and doing more research about my own schooling. I realized that the education system is actually never meant to cater to the needs of all the kids. The system was created in such a way that only 1 or 2% people would actually, their learning needs would get catered in the school. The rest are always put in certain brackets of not so intelligent, dull. So I realized that there was an inbuilt hierarchy, and I didn't want my daughter to go through that hierarchy because the underlying belief I had was that every human being is gifted, intelligent, and beautiful. And if this system of schooling cannot cater to those needs, then we need to create many, many different systems of learning. That's when I realized that if we are actually thinking of many, many alternative streams of education, there are very few choices today in our country. So for me, that was a very problematic thing. I said, where is our creativity? Where is our imagination when it comes to education? At that time, both me and my husband decided we'd start a movement to support people who don't like to go to school or who want to free themselves from school. And that's what, for me, real unschooling is. And we started this process where we said we will start with unschooling ourselves as parents because we had gone to very mainstream educational institutions all over the country, all over the world. And we realized that we had a lot of nonsense in our head that we needed to clear up before we start this process of unschooling with our daughter. So my daughter is 19 now and she's never been to school and she's a very creative human being. She's a great artist. She loves being with animals. And as when we started unschooling our daughter, we realized that we knew a handful of families, who were doing it in India. But then we realized that it's actually a very big movement in the country. Now we support more than 10,000 families who don't send their kids to school. In America, the unschooling movement is very big, where parents say that we want to take control over our own life and our own learning. And we don't want to put that kind of cutthroat pressure most kids are facing today. And they also feel that the purpose of life is much larger than just going to school and getting a degree. When we started our unschooling journey, we said that every human being who is born on this planet is capable of designing their own life. And they don't need actually to go to institutions to learn. If you actually look at it historically also, and if you look at it, unschooling has been a process that's been in our blood for many, many hundreds of years. You know of Eklavya, who was a self-designed learner. You know of so many people like Tagore, Krishnamurti. All these people said that you actually need least interference of institutions in your own learning process. We are naturally made to learn more practically. So unschooling is a process where a lot of families are pulling their kids out of school, creating different kinds of communities. I have been doing this process for many years and I support many families all over the country who are on this unschooling journey. And I have learned a lot of things in this process. First of all, that it takes a lot of unlearning. While growing up, there's a lot of beliefs that get forced into our head that a successful life is quote unquote where you have lots of money, where you have a secure job. You don't have to worry about insurance, all these things. There are so many things, so many fears that are put into your head from a very early age that this is the definition of success. So unlearning means that you actually have to start redefining these for yourself. And as a parent, I feel that we always need to do a lot of unlearning when we're raising children, because we have so much of our own aspirations, so many of our dreams that we feel we can put onto our kids. And that's where the real pressure starts. This whole process of unschooling has, since I've been at it and I've been working with lots of families around it, I always realize that a lot of people, especially at this post-COVID, this situation where children are spending so much time at home, I felt it's really important to share what my understanding of unschooling is and to clear some of the misconceptions that we have about homeschooling and unschooling. I believe that actually unschooling is the most natural way of learning. The institution of schooling came much later. People have been learning how to live in harmony with nature for centuries. And if you actually look at, there is a big difference between how cities have evolved. But if you actually go to a village, you will see that people are learning very naturally, and they don't really need to have an institution to teach them farming, or they don't need to do a special course to do farming. They have been looking after the planet, they have been looking after their communities. Unfortunately, today, now that schools have come up even in villages, you see that very few people now want to work on the land. They are only looking for a 9 to 5 job or a piece of paper called a degree. But I feel that these are things that we need to start thinking about more seriously. What is the purpose of education? Is it just getting that piece of paper and doing a 9 to 5 job that actually you hate doing most of the time? So unschooling is a process where you start reclaiming your own life and thinking about how you want to learn and who you want to learn. And the beauty of unschooling is that you actually get to choose your own gurus in that. Today, in a school system, you have very little choice about who you want to learn from. You start with what you really like to do in your life, what your passions are, what your dreams are. And I feel that can lead to a lot of different kinds of unfolding. So unschooling has been going on for many, many years. And unschooling is not about just sitting at home. It's about deeply connecting with the community, creating your own communities, actually working with nature, thinking about nature, building your own skill base, which is totally missing in schools. Actually, when you leave school, you don't have a single skill apart from rote memorization, actually. So what are the skills that are required for the 21st century? And one thing that I really find very valuable about this whole process of self-designed learning, I also use the word self-designed learning, because I feel anyone at any age can do it. Pre-COVID, nobody knew that we would be spending so much time in front of the screen. So these are new kinds of skills that we have to develop all the time. And it has to be many skills. Today, a person who goes to school knows only a few subjects, right? They don't know anything about their own life. Unschooling starts with questions about your own life, what you want to do, where your waste goes. Today, the school people are the most polluting people on the planet, the most exploitative people on the planet. I'm being very clear about it because I know that people who don't go to school don't create so much waste on the planet. So there is something that we have to think about lifestyle when we're talking about unschooling also. So all these questions are very important also. How much time does a child spend or a family spend in nature? I feel that the biggest disease that's going to come in the next 10 years or so is going to be NDD, nature deficit disorder. Kids have no connection with nature. So how do you deeply reconnect with nature? And what are the processes that are important? So unschooling has a big role, self-designed learning has a big role in working towards creating spaces where nature is deeply connected, and we are connected to many different larger ecosystems of learning. There is a very beautiful saying that it takes a village to raise a child. It's an African proverb. Not only, you don't raise a child by just sending a child to a school from morning to evening. You need a whole community to raise that child. And so a lot of the work that unschoolers do is create a community. The other thing that I want to also say, that unschooling is not only about kids, it's about parents more than kids. How you want to live your life can be decided at any time. I know so many IIT graduates, so many people who walked out of engineering colleges because they hate what they're doing. And I say it's always good to think about where your life is taking you. And unschooling starts then. We want to create people who are creating knowledge. And who are the real people who are creating knowledge? The people who are working with their hands, the people who are actually building things, the people who are, doing very creative, artistic things. And unfortunately, today's schooling system has disconnected people from that. So when we talk about unschooling, or when I talk about unschooling, at a very early age, a child needs to be exposed to many different creators of knowledge. And also thinking about what the strengths are. I think the whole switch over when you're talking about unschooling or self-designing is that you start looking at the abundance of learning that exists around. So, I mean, a child can actually be allowed to go and explore their neighborhood and see how many amazing chefs there are in their neighborhood, how many people are doing farming, how many people know storytelling. So, this is actually stepping out of your comfort zone and creating a large network of people. And the other thing about unschooling is that a lot of people have this misconception that only people who have a lot of money or who are very elite or people who live in cities can do this. I am sure that you all know a lot of unschoolers around you. You don't have to have a ton of money to do that. You actually just have to start trusting people around you. There are people who are willing to teach you things. And in India, we already have this model of apprenticeship learning where you can actually spend time with the creators of knowledge. You don't have to spend 4 years to do a degree for that. I learned filmmaking in less than, I would say, 5 months, and I've made more than 100 films. At the age of like 40, I started making films. My mother, she also started making films. So I'm saying that there is no age limit for unschooling. You can do it at any age. And it can be done in any kind of a background. We have a great friend in Delhi who started this thing called the University of Streets. These kids on the street who don't like to go to school, but who have amazing skills. He started a space for all of them to go and learn from real creators of knowledge. And that's the real unschooling process, where you actually say that we don't really need a degree for a job. We can do our work and make a living without degrees. And today, degrees are actually not helping in any way because the number of people who are sitting without degrees is exponential. I mean, they're saying 80% of the people who have degrees don't have jobs. So we have to also demystify this connection that jobs has to degrees. Actually, you can do much better without a degree in today's world. So I work with a lot of young people and support young people who want to create their own spaces to support knowledge creators and job creators. And there's one more thing about unschooling that I've always felt that a lot of people don't understand, and they feel that actually unschooling is something that it can happen and it end. Actually, unschooling is a lifestyle choice. You have to make decisions about how you want to live your life. And there is so limited information about the alternative ways in which people are trying to live their lives. I mean, schooling is a very small aspect of it today. So unschooling or self-designed learning can happen anywhere. We did a campaign about 12 years ago called Healing Ourselves from the Diploma Disease, and where we worked with many corporations and many big tech companies and people who really are employing people. And we said that, look, how would it be if someone without a degree came to you looking for a job? They said, we are very happy to hire people without degrees. Because when we have people with degrees, we have to retrain them for 1 year to actually be able to work with us. So we are happy to hire people without degrees, as long as they are open, multitask, creative human beings. So after that, we realized that the need for today is to actually start working on skills and to work on skills that are good for the planet also. Today, most people who are doing corporate jobs are also harming the planet big time. So we need to create jobs that are good for the planet, good for society, good for people. And I think a lot of the unschoolers that I have come across and I work with are doing amazing things there. And it's not just about getting a degree or a job, but also thinking about what kind of community, what kind of interesting spaces you want to create around you. There's not only just getting a job, but today if you actually look at, a lot of unschoolers are getting admission in colleges also. Ivy League colleges in the US are actually giving preference to kids who have not gone to school because they know that these kids have a different kind of a skill base. So there is lots of different ways in which unschooling happens. And the other beauty of unschooling is that no two families do it the same way. That's the beauty of it. There's no one cookie cutter curriculum for an unschooling family. Every family is diverse, unique, and they have a different need for doing it. And that's where there is diversity and uniqueness. And I really work with so many families who are doing it that I realize that there is so much we can connect deeper if we actually start reflecting our own learning process. We have so many friends who have moved back from big jobs and is trying to create a movement of unschoolers wherever they are. There is a whole university inside the Udaipur Central Jail where the inmates are working on self-designed learning and working on skills that are very important when they come out of the prison system, because there is a lot of stigma around it. There's a lot of social baggage that people carry, but these people are already developing many skills like filmmaking, photography, farming inside the jail. And when they come out, they have 2 music bands inside the jail. So a lot of things are happening as far as self-designed learning and unschooling is going on. And I feel that there is a lot of people, even in the West, who are now saying that we need to start thinking of alternative models of education, because this model of education is not actually serving humanity, it's failing humanity. The system of schooling was created for a certain purpose. If you ask, more than 90% kids hate going to school every day. Every day. I used to hate it. I used to get a stomachache every day before going to school. And I know a lot of kids around me hate going to school. So why don't we ask kids at a very early age what they really want to do? And it's not that their interests won't change. I mean, beyond a point, I realize that schooling is a babysitting service. Kids are sent out of the house at 6 in the morning and they come back at 2. And then after that, they're, sent to a coaching class. So it's also, unschooling is also a process of redefining relationships, family. Kids today who go to school don't really know how to socialize. People tell me that, if a child doesn't go to school, they'll be antisocial. I said, actually, it's the other way around. I think that kids who don't go to school interact more with people. They're not sitting in a classroom with people of their own age all the time. They're interacting with people of all ages. And the whole process of learning is so much richer when there is diversity of age. There's so many people who say that 3 generations are very important in the learning process. When you have 3 generations learning together, a child will learn everything. They don't need to be sitting in front of the TV all the time. They can do something with their grandparents. They can do something with their parents. They can actually go and interact with the neighbors. So the whole idea of unschooling is also reclaiming the trust that we've lost in our societies. And that's a big unlearning. We feel that you can't go and if you have to learn something, you have to go and learn something from a person who has 6 degrees. Well, actually, those people with 6 degrees have actually the worst teaching skills on the planet. They can only teach what they know, but they can't teach you anything else. So I feel that unschooling is a whole way new of looking at life and also questioning where real learning is happening. For me, real learning is happening outside schools in real life situations. Thank you so much.